How much money I spent on my 60-day road trip after moving into a van, traveling across the country, and making music full time. I drove from Atlanta to New Orleans, through Texas, El Paso, Phoenix, and then up to Los Angeles, and I was definitely concerned about the gas. The most expensive was $101 out in Cali. I spent $1,414.74. Although I do have a stove, I spent a lot of money eating out, and some of them were real cheap meals like the salmon and broccoli from Olive Garden and making groceries. Some was very expensive, but that is another area that I feel like I could save a lot of money on if I meal prep. I spent $2,283.13 for food. Shopping was actually higher than expected, but not because of clothes. I'm not a fashionista. Don't care about what the bitch is gonna buy so they can impress other bitches. That's not my thing. I would rather be nude. While on the road, I created a show where some of my talented friends hop in a van with me. They perform a song, and then we have some real interesting conversations. So a lot of the money that I spent in the shopping category was spent on equipment for the show. I also went to IKEA and Home Depot to buy more decor for the van, and to the thrift store, which is where I brought this dress that I wore for Valentine's. I spent $2,545.62. Of course, since I live in a van, people think that I don't have bills, but there's still a few. My phone bill is $96 with AT&T, but I'm trying to escape them as we speak. That shit too high. People always ask me, how do I shower? I take showers regularly, just like I always have. But one of the ways that I do that is in the gym. I have 2 gym memberships. One is just for working out and taking a shower. The other one has a pool, a sauna, and so many other amenities. So that one is a bit more expensive, but I pay $85 for the 2 of them. Another bill in that category is philanthropy. There's always someone in a less fortunate situation than you, so I like to put a little money aside. And I think I've spent a little bit more than I budgeted, especially when I went out to LA and Skid Row, but it's a blessing to be a blessing. I have running water in a van, and it costs $2 a month. That is also another way that I take a shower in the van whenever I'm in remote areas. I spend about $10 to $20 every time I do laundry. I also spent money on hair, nails, subscriptions, toiletries, and I got 2 oil changes that cost me $106 each. I spent $1,652.99. Surprisingly, I only spent $24.76 on parking. I normally just run in before the meter maid could catch me, or try to walk so I can get my 10,000 steps in. Ever since I slowed down on drinking, I have been looking for something that'll help me loosen up. And although I've never been a coffee drinker, before this trip, I started drinking coffee and I never stopped. I was surprised to see that I spent $389.69 on coffee. So in total, I spent $8,310.93 for 60 days on the road. And honestly, that's around the same price that I would have been paying for my mortgages. However, I get to travel the country and wake up in a new city doing what I love. Plus, there's a few areas that I can cut back on. It's like when you move into a new house, you spend that first and second month buying everything that you need to make it comfortable for you. And I'm curious to see what my expenses will look like next trip because I'm headed up east. Y'all be good.